A Ugandan judge has been found guilty of human trafficking in the UK. This is crazy stuff you need to find out about. South Africa will be receiving $5 billion from the European Union. What is that for? To sell black people? You better find out about that now. What's up, everybody? I hope you're doing good. It's a beautiful day. Thank you very much for stopping by. It's actually a very gloomy day, cold outside. But because it's you, I gotta say it's a beautiful day. Hopefully by pushing it out there, the universe will send us some sun. It's insane. Well, great stuff. Thank you very much for stopping. You appreciate it. This is where we all come together. If you love Africa, this is where you want to be. If you are on YouTube, you want to know about the motherland, you want to know about Nigeria, Uganda, Tanzania, South Africa, you are the right. Please click on the button. I think it's called subscribe so we can get started. My name is Zack. I don't know who you are, but if you follow this video till the end without judgment, we're going to love each other. Okay, we are in Uganda. Ugandan judge, this person right here, has been found guilty of human trafficking and conspiracy to intimidate a victim in a case that has shocked observers. Judge and human trafficking don't get along today. They don't. What has occurred to Linda Mugambe? Linda Mugambe, a high court judge in Uganda and a United Nations judicial officer, was arrested under the Modern Slavery Act in the UK. Modern Slavery Act. Police footage showed her expressing disbelief as officer informed her of the charges. She insisted she had diplomatic immunity and denied any wrongdoing. So she clearly was saying, hey, but I'm immune. You can't arrest me. You cannot stop me. Number one, I'm diplomatic. Number two, I work for the United Nations. Number three, I'm a judge. You cannot stop me. Don't care.
I am a judge in my country. I even have immunity. I am not a criminal.
You're a diplomat?
Yes.
So we'll need to see that then.
Yes.
And then we'll need to speak to the embassy if you are a diplomat.
So what has she been accused of? During the trial, prosecutors argued that Mugambe had exploited a young lady, a young Ugandan woman, misleading her about the purpose of their travel in the UK and subjecting her to unfair working conditions. So apparently, a young Ugandan girl was taken to the UK with her and was being mistreated, was apparently working very long hours in very difficult conditions. I know, most of us, most of the time, blame people in the Middle East of the bad treatment that they give some of our African sisters, right? A lot of Ugandans and Kenyans and Ethiopians go work in the Middle East, where in most cases they get mistreated. Some of them are thrown like 6th level, bad. Some of them are subjected to, men who are not nice, those men that try to do those things. And some of these ladies are married while being faced with a boss who's trying to pull it in. Not easy. But it's just crazy to see, as much as we blame these people from the Middle East of doing negative things to our sister, a Ugandan lady who's one of us could do very similar things to her sisters. You see why I say to you that brotherhood has nothing to do with skin color? That's what I'm saying. The prosecution also claimed that she conspired with the Ugandan Deputy High Commissioner, John Leonard Mugerwa, to facilitate the woman's entry into the country. In exchange, she allegedly agreed to intervene in the legal matter involving Mugerwa. That's what happens in most Africans. You do things for me, I do things for you. If you do some negative thing for me, I'm going to do some negative things for you. If you break the law for me, I'm going to break the law for you. The victim, whose identity was protected, told the court that she felt isolated, trapped while in the UK. Now, what is Mugambe doing in the UK? Well, she's pursuing a low PhD degree at the University of Oxford, and she denied putting this young Ugandan woman into unpaid labor and difficulty and ill treatment. So what's happening here is something that happens quite a lot. Okay, number one, diplomatic people think they can do whatever they can, whatever they want to people because they cannot be arrested. That happens a lot. They can even hit you with the car and drive off. Yeah, they do that. You just do some research, you'll find out. Bad. Does this mean she's been doing that? Well, no, we don't know that. Now, we don't know that, but the legal system has arrested her. Now, normally, as a United Nations worker, who profit from immunity, apparently a immunity was lifted by the United Nations. So they've known about this for a long time. They've just been investigating about her until they got her.
I came here as a student. I don't need to work for me. I didn't come with her. She asked me because she has worked at my home before.
Well, if she's done nothing, well, let her be free. If she's done something wrong, then she should be paying about it. You don't mistreat people just because you're in position of power or because you're getting a PhD. No. Now we're going to South Africa. South Africa, here it is. Here's a map. We need to show you the map because a lot of people don't know geography. And it's okay, my brother. We got you. We family, okay? South Africa is getting $5 billion from the European Union. What's the $5 billion for, you asking? The European Union will invest $5 billion in South Africa to support various projects, including clean energy transition, vaccine manufacturing, digital and physical connectivities. The European Union President Ursula von der Leyen announced on Thursday.
Today, we are together announcing an investment package to mobilize 4.7 billion euro in South Africa, and this is in both our interest. It includes funding for the clean energy transition, but also funding to boost vaccine manufacturing. South Africa wants to protect the health of its people as well as your autonomy and your local industries. We Europeans want to diversify some of our most critical supply chains, and we know that viruses know no borders. So that is what I call a true mutual interest.
America retracted its money that was being financed to South Africa to transition from fossil fuel to clean energy. South Africa is one of the biggest emitters of CO2 in Africa, one of the gas that is the reason to global warming. So South Africa contributes largely in global warming in African perspective. Now, America and many other countries came together giving money to South Africa to help South Africa transition from burning coal to using clean energy. What do we mean by that? South Africa burns a lot of coal to produce its electricity. And these countries, including America, wanted South Africa to stop burning coal and move into a cleaner energy. But because it was so expensive, they promised to give South Africa about $16 billion. And among these countries, America was providing about $1 billion that it retracted because America doesn't like South Africa very much right now. And therefore, the European Union came together and said, we know exactly what's happening, okay? They are going, we are coming in. We're going to support you. We're going to give you $5 billion. Ursula von der Leyen said, we know the others are withdrawing. Here we want to be very clear with our messages. We are doubling down on our support. We are here to stay. Pretoria announced last week that the US had withdrawn from the International Partner Group, a coalition that includes the EU, the UK, Germany, France, Italy, Canada, Japan, Norway, and Denmark. The EPG seeks to help a number of countries, including South Africa, transition to cleaner energy. According to a statement by Cyril Ramaphosa's office, South Africa now stands to lose $1 billion of investment pledged from Washington. So you get what it is. Trump said we are retracting our money because we don't like what you're doing. We don't like the way you're treating white people. You're taking land from them. And the European came in. They said, okay, if Trump can leave, we're going to give you the money. Now, many people believe, especially Julius Malema, that Trump is doing that to support Israel. It has absolutely nothing to do with white people in South Africa.
You can't say Donald Trump must be elected today and the following day he makes executive orders and then you come here and blame the South African government as if the South African government did not do anything in between. That was a predetermined outcome where he wanted to come into office and punish South Africa for its position on Palestine and many other issues.
Is the fact that South Africa took Israel to court and they hated that. And let me just remind you here that it is perceived that conservative Americans are staunch supporters of Israel. So if you stand against Israel, you're probably going to be their enemy forever. And now we're going to Senegal. Well, fellas, Senegal has expressed its outrage at Mauritania expulsion of migrants of Senegal. So many Senegalese have been expelled from Mauritania for being illegal immigrants. And they just feel like the way they proceeded about it was inhuman. They were beaten up. Some of the people said they didn't have access to food, water, or anything. The Senegalese authorities are concerned and outraged by the condition under which their migrant nationals have been expelled from neighboring Mauritania in recent days. This is the conclusion of a parliamentary report and statement made on Tuesday by Foreign Minister Yassine Fall. So Mauritania is an African country, but it's a very interesting country. We have never really spoken about it here. It's an interesting country because you don't only find black people like you and I, okay? You find people of a different color. Okay? They don't necessarily perceive themselves as black. I'm just being honest with you. Yeah. They perceive themselves more like cousins of Arabs than African people. So many sub-Saharan Africans are not treated really well in Mauritania. Not necessarily good. Mauritania also have a culture of feeding women. Women get overfed. They eat a lot because for them, beauty is about being big. You running away from being fat, for them, being fat is being beautiful. So they will overfeed you, make you drink a lot of milk, make you eat a lot of things. So you get, that's the culture. So Senegal is not very happy with what's happening. They want a report from Mauritania. It's crazy stuff. Let me know how you feel about this. It was a great pleasure. God bless.